Hey guys, Gaming here, and we're back with my top picks on the Amiga. And if you haven't already guessed, this game is Populous to Trials of the Olympian Gods. Now, first off, we're going to pick what our god looks like. And we're going to call him Ali J as always. And whenever I play this game, I always just go fire. I love the fire stuff. So we can pick what our dude looks like. Funny hair and all. I usually go with the helmet guy, and that's the one. And we can make him a Cyclops if we felt like it. Change their visual appearance and all that. He looks kind of tough, doesn't he? That big chin. He looks like a kid. Basic dude. Oh, he looks like he means business. We'll go with him. He looks like he means business. This is our god. So basically, this game is a RTS on the Amiga. So real time strategy. We will be building up a world and trying to defeat our enemy. So what we'll do is we'll go into it. We'll do conquest game. So basically, the story with this is you are a son of Zeus, and you are you're kicked out of Mount Olympus because you're seen as not good enough, basically. So the aim of the game is you need to defeat all the other gods and titans and all these characters from ancient Greek mythology, to prove yourself, work your way up to say, "Hey Zeus, I belong here. You're out." The aim of the game is to get to the last level and take out Zeus and basically become the ruler of Mount Olympus. And to do so, we have these powers. Now, this is obviously World 1 or World 0. We're right at the beginning here. We've not got much. I think I'll explain the powers as we go into the game. It'll be easier to show you in there. But we can even look, assuming there's no graphic errors. I know there can be sometimes. We can look at our opponent and it gives you kind of an explanation of who it is. And if they're tough or whatever, if they're going to be a tough opponent, obviously they're not going to be at the start of the game. So we will proceed. We will start on our first level. We'll go to the map and I'll kind of go over how it works and what we need to do and all the different UI elements. Once it loads. Okay, so what we have our blue guys. We are blue, enemy is red. And what we need to do is we need to build the world up and kind of start to take over, really. So your left click raises the land, right click lowers the land, and what you want to do is you make a nice flat area here for your dudes to make houses. Okay, we've got a couple houses going, that's fine for now. So up here we have our Colosseum. If you get your question mark here, you can click on something. There you go. So this is your health bar, essentially. These little knots here that go up and down the poles, they're your health. This is kind of your strength, which there's a lot of different weapons and stuff. I think sword is the best. That's usually what you aim for. As you can see, the little blue dots disappeared. That's our population slash power. And what that will do is that will translate into mana, which is this little bit down here. Over time, we'll get little red dots that appear. Oh, there's one right there. Good timing. Um, as these red dots go up, we get more power and we can use more of our kind of abilities or natural disasters. If we want to create more people, we right click on a house and one of our dudes should pop out the house like that, and he'll kind of find a fresh bit of land that has not been built on and they will continue on. Now, buildings they're based on grid sizes. So as you can see, that's the best you can get, this fortress city thing. And yeah, it all depends on the grid size that they settle on. And you just want to get as many of those as you can. We should get another one. There's one there. This is our leader here with their little star or sun icon. I think the enemy is like a Medusa skull kind of thing. If we click on this, nope, Is it this one? There we go. So that's called your papal magnet, and you can tell your guys to follow that magnet. And what they'll do is the leader will head to the magnet, and all your people will follow the leader. And that's the enemy one there, that weird Medusa looking thing. So we can just pop this over here and keep it safe. It makes a nice satisfying doomph noise as you do it. So let's look at our powers. So this is raising lower land. You may get to the point where you do not have the power to even raise and lower land, which is, not good. This is move your papal magnet. Simple as that. This is Perseus. So you can turn your leader into a hero of a Greek mythology. And there are many heroes. So you got Perseus here. Need to think of their names. You've got Hercules for Earth. I think it's Odysseus. For Earth. I can't remember the name of this guy. But each one's got special powers except for Perseus. I don't think Perseus has got special powers. This is Achilles, you'll have here later on. And this one is, I don't know, I remember growing up and it was always Helen of Troy, which wouldn't really make sense for this, I don't think. But I've also heard it's been called the Lady. So basically what she does, her special power is she basically mesmerizes and entrances all the men that she goes near, and basically your population will become dumb and useless and just follow her around until they die. So good for you, but not good if the enemy uses her against you, unless you can take her out, of course. So Achilles, when you get him, he is the element of fire, so he is immune to fire. He can run over lava, all that stuff. Hercules, he'll give you double strength, so these little notches up here will double. Fantastic one. Odysseus, he runs super fast. He's a speedy boy. The one who I don't remember the name of, this plant one. I really don't remember his name. But basically, when he gets defeated when he defeats someone else in battle, he splits off into two. Basically mitosis. He splits into two, and then when one of those defeat an enemy, that one splits into two, and you can end up with like hundreds of them. However, there is a negative effect for that dude. Is that if you use him, the enemy's mana bar will like fill up, and they will get to use all of their disaster abilities that they can get on you. So you need to be aware of that if you plan on using him. So we've got some fire here. We can start some fires in this land. As you can see, I clicked on the house and it didn't appear on the house. It is kind of a random location around where you click. I think as you build up your power, remember at the start of this when I was creating my deity and I selected all the fire elemental thing, the fuller that gets, I think the more accurate it becomes. So basically what we need to do is just continue building up our land, getting as many people as we can. Oh, I made a hole in the ground there. Let's get rid of that. Get as many people as we can, build up the population, get as much mana as we can. Now, let's look at these bars down the side. We've got this one here. That's kind of peace. You're not going to attack. If your guys get near their guys, they're not going to fight them. They're not going to go anywhere near them. They'll just leave them alone, do their own thing, and find somewhere to settle nicely. You can click attack, which means the opposite. If you go near the enemy, they will make a beeline for them, and they will take them out. Or try to. They might get defeated. It depends who's stronger. Well, what's their leader doing? He's got no worries. Probably just going to die somewhere. He's walking around and there's nowhere to settle. Not ideal. We've got this one here. So if you click that one, all your characters that are near each other will kind of combine and that will increase their strength. This one, we've used this earlier. You just use it and you kind of get an idea. It shows you people's health. I think you can use it on the enemy, I'm not sure. This one is just your options. Nothing of great interest there. This one, I think I explained, makes your leader go towards the papal magnet. So we'll click that. And what we can do is, if we right click, it takes us to the leader. If we click the leader, he will make a beeline for that. And he'll do this kind of power up thing here. And if we lose a bit of land there, all of these houses, their banners will shoot to the top because their strength is too much for what the building, you know, it's maximum health. So it kicks people out and they will head straight for that. And if we do that, we see the health bar here. And every person that goes into that will increase its health. And okay, we've got 4 there. That's not too bad. And generally what you want to do is you want to get as many as you can. So I do this. I'm assuming this is a basic game mechanic where you just click the land up instead of clicking on all of these houses individually. If you just put a bit of land in, it shrinks the size of the buildings and sometimes allows the people to come out of their house. Now, what we can do is let's get a Perseus going. There you go. And what he does, he will just charge to the nearest enemy he can find and take him out. What we can also do is, if we move our papal magnet, we can then invade the enemy. Stick it there, and all of these guys will follow the leader, and you will just have a trail of people coming down, following the leader, and you can invade the enemy land. Pretty nice. Now, they're not doing bad. They've got quite a lot of houses going on here, actually. Where's Perseus? He's potentially stuck. No. Let's create some land for him here. And he will just find the nearest house, nearest enemy, and just take him out. Now, of course, he's not going to survive all of this. There is a lot of enemies still around. Let's move this magnet over there. We don't want to get our leader killed in a fire. So this is a game I've been playing for a very long time. And I've got to tell you guys, it's a very long game. So you saw me on level 0 or level 1, whatever you want to call it. World 0, level 1, whatever. There are 999 levels to this game. Now you're not going to do all of them. Generally speaking, you'll maybe do like 300, maybe 350. It's all based on how well you do. The better you win, the more population you have, the more mana you have, the more land you have, the better you do. You will get like a grading system after the level, which we will go over when we win this. Oh, are they heading towards? Oh, look, they've got a leader. Look at that. That's cute. He's not going to last very long. Let's just make a second Perseus and go with it. I'm going to burn my own guys there. So yeah, after you finish a level, you will probably skip between 3 and 5 worlds. So while there's 999 levels, you're not likely to do all that unless you lose them all. If you lose a world, you only go up 1 level to the next one. So yeah, you don't want to be doing that. Let's get some flat land going here. We're pretty much clearing them out. Level 1, obviously, very simple, very much tutorial level. It's not very difficult at all, to be honest. Why has he left this guy? The leader here is looking for somewhere to settle. Don't know if my other Perseus is dead now or if he's still going. But there's really not many enemies left here. wonder if this guy can take out the leader. He should go to this house and try and take it over. There we go. Kicked them out, and their papal magnet appears where their leader died. Oh, he's Perseus coming. One more enemy left, and that'll be the ended level. Will this be it? Nope. This old dude's coming in. He's like, I'll show you how we do it, son. There we go. We win. Happy days. So yeah, you'll get your stats. Largest population, highest mana, battles won, how many times your leader has died. And I'll give your overall score down here. Usually, you'll get like one trophy per 10,000 points is generally how it works. Land completed by the good. We won, so we should go up 3 or 4 levels maybe, or worlds. Here's your enemy. We've got a little statue here. As you progress, this statue turns into, I think it's like bronze, silver, gold, platinum. And this little thing here gives you a little rundown of how you won the game. It shows you building the map, which is I think is really cool, to be honest. Let's look at this dude getting punched in the head over here. It's a bit crude. So yeah, we've got one lightning bolt, one reward. And what we can do with that is we can use that to increase our power. And we'll just click it on there. And let's head on. So we're still going to be fighting the same guy. It takes a while, I think, to change over. But we're now on world number 3. Okay, so we skipped a few. Oh, okay. This is new. So water is fatal. Is ticked. So basically now, as soon as one of my guys touch the water, they die instantly. Normally what they'll do is they'll splash and they'll try to swim and you've got time to raise the land and save them. Not anymore. Water is fatal. And we're not going to do this level though. What I might do is, if you guys want, I will continue doing a series after this and periodically just kind of maybe do random levels, upload some levels when they get trickier and stuff, and see what you think. If you want to see more of it, obviously there is so many more powers you can use. I think there's like, let me think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 per row. I think there's 6 rows. So I mean, yeah, you've got about 30 powers, I think, give or take, something like that. I can't remember how many rows there are actually. But yeah, lots of different things. Disaster dots don't show in the map, so you don't know what's happening where. No sprog, so that's letting your guys out of the houses. Opponents dots don't show on the map. That's a tricky one, so you don't really know where they all are. But yeah, lots of good stuff. So yeah, this is one of my favorite Amiga games. Populous 2, Trial of the Olympian Gods. I know a lot of people have played Populous 1, but I feel not a lot of people know there was a second one, which is a shame because it's so much better than the first one. There is a challenge mode, which I will go over at some point, where you play in feudal Japan, which is actually really cool. It's basically the same thing, but it's all, Japanese buildings and all that kind of stuff and whatnot. Really cool. Um, so yeah, as I say, I hope you liked that one. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I will keep doing some random Populous levels here and there, I think, in a separate playlist from this one, for you to kind of keep an eye on, and maybe at some point we will get to Zeus and see how we do. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that one, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.